Guys, welcome to yet another video. This is going to be an update on the build that I did so far. Because we are doing pretty well, I would say, actually. We're doing pretty well. So what I thought is I will show you the character, what it is right now. Do a little bit of a map so you can see roughly how we're doing and how the character plays and maybe some of the playstyle in general. And hopefully you get a bit of a better idea of what I've been doing the sort of last 30 hours, which are also basically the entire time the league was active. I did sleep, by the way. I'm recording this basically as I just woke up. So it's like 6 in the morning currently. I thought, let's get a few videos out and then play the league again, right? Okay, so let's jump in game. This is my character. I am running because that's apparently important, but I've bought the Insatiable. This is the last league's cosmetics. I think this is what I won from Endless Delve. Seraph effect. I'm not sure. My character is only visible, and that's one of the cute things about the build. This character is only visible in the Atlas with microtransactions. As soon as I go into a map, I have permanent phasing, right? So you don't see anything. You only see my weapon, which actually works pretty well with phasing. And I guess my footsteps. And the pets. I got the heist cat, right? Got that. And I don't know, this is also something I got from an event, right? Alright, so that's it. Where shall we start? I think with my overall idea for the build, right? So what I wanted to do was to make a quick zoom build that clears maps fast and at least gets me through red maps. Now, so far, so good. This build has been doing really well, as a matter of fact. So I'll just go through a little bit of my gear and my links. I managed to find a 6 link in a Val side area because I'm solo self-found, so I can't trade for this stuff, right? It is not bad. Gives me some strength, max life, fire res, lightning res. I have a hat with 2 level socketed minion gems, 81 life, fire cold res, pretty decent. I have skitter bots, they benefit from this +2. Other stuff does not really benefit from this. I have a bow, where the most important part is the attack speed that I crafted on it and the damage over time multiplier. That is massive, right? Anything else on the bow really doesn't matter. So getting the good bow is going to be a massive issue, I think, for this build. It's all self-found, but fine. I found Hiri's Bite. It's just a lot of stats for me, right? Dex, int, dexterity, strength. The cold damage doesn't do anything. The 10% attack speed is nice. And the 10% area effect is also nice for the spore pods, right? Because we fire spore pods. And more area of effect is good for the spore pods. 2 resist rings over here. I found a pretty interesting amulet, honestly. It gives me 8% maximum life, plus some fire and lightning res. And it allocates Golem's blood. And if I go, that's not it. If I go over here, Golem's blood is right there. It gives me another 10% maximum life. And it regenerates a bit of life. So I thought, okay, not too bad, right? An amulet giving me 18% life. There's no flat life on it. That's the only thing. But I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. I am running a Stygian Vice with life resistances and lightning res. And in that I found an attack speed life gem. These are actually pretty bad. I crafted life on it. There's some cold resist. And the boots are very decent. The evasion rating not so much, but the life, 12 fire res, cold res, 30% movement speed, another 5% movement speed if you haven't hit recently, and 35 lightning res. I crafted on there. Potions, I got a bubbling eternal flask of heat, Avenger's granite of grounding, enduring mana flask because I need it of dowsing, Avenger's jade flask of curing, and a stibnite flask of staunching. So you can see double evasion flasks and an armor flask, right? You might see that I don't have a Quicksilver flask. You're like, well, why? Well, because of this, right? This is my base movement speed. So, yeah. I have Val Haste as well. So I don't need it. This is fast enough for me. If you start doing Quicksilver flasks with this kind of bullshit, it gets really confusing at some point, right? And at bad bosses, it just gets you killed. So I just completely dropped that flask. In terms of ascendancies, where's my thingy? In terms of ascendancies, I went with the rapid assault as expected, right? Onslaught, 50% onslaught effect, 100% onslaught effect, and more chance to evade melee projectiles, and permanent phasing, and 15% chance to attack, dodge, or to dodge attack and spell hits. So that is pretty good. And if I look at my defenses, I'm a little bit overcapped in resistances, but that gives me some room later. If I find like good uniques, I don't have to worry too much about that sort of stuff. So I currently have 55 chance to dodge spells and attacks. But I think if I go to a map, I'll just run a map. I'll just run a low-ish tier map, a cage. A cage map, tier 7. Let's do this. I don't have tier 15, right? So I can't show you how it runs in tier 15. But this is day 2, basically. So in the map, I have permanent phasing, right? I'm not sure if that instantly affects my defense. No. So currently it says 55 chance to dodge attacks and 45% to dodge spells. Now, my POB said that I was going to be capped. I'm not sure if this takes into account acro phase acro, which I have over here, because this is another 30. But it probably does, right? So what I at least noticed, like I don't care about the stats too much most of the time, to be honest. What I've at least noticed is that I am dodging and evading an awful lot of attacks, right? We're currently level 88, as you can, or sorry, 87, as you can see over here. And yeah, all in all, it just works rather well, I would say. We got a 114% movement speed modifier, and that's pretty sweet. Is attack speed in there somewhere? 3.95 attacks per second. A lot of attack speed, and this is even without Val Haste and potentially other buffs I would be getting, right? And I already did a video on the tree. I pretty much followed the exact video over here, right? So we got some chaos, we got some life, we got some chaos, we got some evasion, some more life, some more chaos, some more damage over time. Defenses with dodge. We got the Wind Dancer over here for more evasion and dodge. Life, damage over time, life, skill effect duration, life. Right, this is what we're working towards. And I'm gonna get a few jewels in the end, especially if I find a few nice ones. So that's the tree, but I already made a video about this. So let's just at least look at how this goes, right? So you can see that especially when you have these shrines, these rituals, they're actually not that easy anymore. So at tier 7, these guys become pretty tanky. There are a lot of them, and depending a little bit on the shrine, of course. But you can see that the build is doing okay still, but this is only tier 7, right? So in this state, getting towards 2 rituals remaining, getting towards, let's say, tier 10 might be a little bit problematic, right? But we have, of course, some scaling in that sense. So what I've been doing so far is just mapping. We've been progressing our atlas. I'll show you the links in a little bit. So this is mostly the playstyle, right? And yeah, it's super zoom, as expected and as wanted as well. So we are zooming a lot. We have our wither totems, right, set up over here. You can see the purple stuff around them. That means they're getting wither stacks. And that means that they're taking increased chaos damage, right? So that's really good. I can self-curse them with my right mouse button, right? If I do this, you can sort of see the purple stuff above them, right? That means they're cursed. They're taking a lot more damage when that happens, right? Especially in bosses, that's gonna help me out quite a bit. And yeah, otherwise it's, I would say, a pretty typical PoE playstyle. We just leveled up, level 88. So you can see it does really well, but my gems are still leveling. They got no quality whatsoever, right? So there is definitely scaling possibilities for this build, although I can see some issues around like tier 11, 12, I think. If this is any indication so far, right? Which is fine, because then I think I'll be starting to be really dependent on, for example, a bow. Right, and get a bunch of levels out of a bow. But for now, as I'm sure you can see, this is completely fine, right? And a fun playstyle. It is very defensive, actually. We do not take a whole lot of damage. As a matter of fact, we're doing pretty well. Here's the envoy again.
You think you are exploring the boundaries of existence.
He's just there every now and then, usually in front of boss rooms. Just saying random stuff, really. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and if it's something you want to be doing, so I have the previous video about it, and here you get a little bit of how it goes. I might make like an actual build guide with some examples. I might even edit it. Who knows, right? I do still remember how to edit, guys. It's just that I want to be playing the league mostly, right? So I'm making these videos, keep you updated, give you a bit of an idea of how we're doing. And yeah, you can see the build in action. And I think also follow along a little bit on the progression of the build, right? Which I think is fun.
That would only slow me down.
Alright, let's quickly do this. I could have sold my stuff from previous videos, which I guess I didn't do. There's not much interesting things over here happening, eh? I tend to get these uniques, but I already got the flash eater. So I'm just taking currency. I noticed, by the way, that particularly jewelry is extremely good. So I'm just taking currency for these things, and then that's it, right? I don't think I really full cleared the map, but that's fine. So here at bosses, you typically put down your totems, right? They start working. You curse the guy with right mouse button, and then you kill him, right? You can already see, like, this is tier 7 or 8. It takes a little while, right? It takes a little while. And it's gonna take a lot longer at tier 11, let's say. Alright. Final thing that I wanted to show you is the actual setup of the links, right? So I got my 6th link, which should in the end be in a bow, right? Should in the end be in a bow. I have Toxic Rain, level 19. Void Manipulation, 19. Mirage Archer, 19. Damage on full life, because I haven't found the Empower yet. Vicious Projectile, 19. Swift Affliction, 19. So there's definitely going to be scaling, right? Because it's going to be level 20. I will swap those for level 20 quality gems, and then re-level everything, right? Malevolence, level 19. Skitterbots, 21. Pretty good. Cast from damage taken, level 1. Phase run, level 3. Immortal Call, level 3. Withering Stab, level 8. Haste. This is a Vaal Haste. I don't use the actual haste, because obviously I don't have the mana for that. But Vaal Haste, very nice. It's active right now, right? I can activate it. I'm even a little bit faster. It's going to be hard to tell because I'm already so fast. But also I attack a lot faster, right? The Flesh and Stone, I'm just leveling it. I currently do not have enough mana to be using it, but we'll get there. And a second wind together with dash, so I can do this, right? And that's it. That's currently what we have. And these are the totems, multiple totems, spell totems, faster casting, wither. This allows you to do this. Whenever you got Vaal Haste up, it also increases your cast speed, which is super nice, honestly. Onslaught increases your cast speed. So Vaal totems, the totems really feel quite nice to do in the middle of the fight, right? You got them up and running pretty fast. Whereas normally if you do not have Onslaught or massive amounts of cast speed, it can be a little bit of a pain, and you're really like taking a second or so, middle of a boss fight, to get these totems up, right? That's problematic. That can actually kill you. With this build, not so much, because we got the permanent Onslaught. And that is it for now. I found an enlightened gem, so we're leveling that up. This is my curse, right? The despair, which I do with the right mouse button. And it's really all there is to it for now. So yeah, hope you're having fun. Hope your builds are working out as well. And yeah, keep following me in order to stay posted, I guess, about how this build performs in red maps, which is probably what I'll be hopefully reaching by the end of the day. I'm just killing more Conquerors, getting more Maven Stones, and we're all set up in that sense. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.